Hey guys, what's up? So I have a couple verses here. So you can see, oh, gotta add one, forgot. John 14:6. Okay, anyway, so if we look at all these verses, or at least parts of the verses, these aren't the entire verses for each one. You're gonna see kind of a pattern. I am the life, and then Malachi 3:6. I am Jehovah, I change not. A lot of Jews use that phrase to discredit Jesus. A priest with Urim and Thummim in Ezra 6:23. In Daniel 2:22, it's and the light dwells in him. Then Psalm 19, the heavens declare the glory of God, one of my favorites. And lastly is Isaiah 52:10, salvation of our God. And now I put the Hebrew word for aretz right here because that equals 296. And that's in the very first verse of the entire Bible. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. And aretz means earth, okay? So keep that in mind. What I want to show y'all here is this. Guess what the next one is? Yep, you're right. I'll guess what the next one is. Oh, yeah, guess what the next one is. Okay, so what is that? Oh my God, that's the worst J I've ever seen. It's gonna be Jesus, y'all. These are all the Gematria for Jesus. And of course I'm talking about the original Hebrew and the original Greek, not this English nonsense. When it says, I am Jehovah, I change not, it's literally hiding the Gematria of Jesus in it. So as if Jesus was there from the beginning. In the beginning was the Word, which is Jesus, the Logos. So it's very interesting that the Bible would hide these codes specifically in verses that say he's the priest of Urim and Thummim. That's a prophecy. The light dwells in him. In Daniel, that's a prophecy. Okay? So I find that very interesting. So now let's go to Aretz. Why did I put 296? Well, 888 times 3. Sorry, y'all. Oopsie daisy. 296 times 3. It's going to be 888. Okay, which is Jesus. So Jesus' name is basically earth times 3, which is interesting because after Jesus was the Trinity. Okay, when we think of the Father is basically, we're going to go into that later. Sorry. One other thing I wanted to show is Christ is 1480. Okay, so what does that mean? That's 296, which is Aretz again, times 5. Okay, so Jesus is hidden, it's 3 Aretzes, and Christ is hidden, it's 5 Aretzes. So 8 earths equal the Gematria for Jesus Christ. Okay, and it's very interesting because 8 is the number of completion and perfection. 7 is the number of baptism and going through that process. 6 is the number of man. 5 is grace, 4 is judgment. You know, we can go into that stuff later. But Jesus is 8, okay? He is the attainment of that perfection. And we can see the numerical perfection of all this stuff as well. And of course I showed you if we add Lord, it's 3168, which is basically the measurements of the planets, the sun, the moon, the earth, everything. So that's basically it for this video. I want y'all to just see, I want y'all to have a better way to just zoom out and see the big picture, because this is really in depth and it's not going to ever end. Once you start the studies of the Bible, you will never have an end, okay? Because it's constantly showing itself, especially with like new discoveries in physics. You know, we didn't know pi in the Western world till Archimedes, and then E, and then alpha, and all that stuff later on. But it was here the whole time, hidden in the Bible. Okay, so take a look at that, and you can go on websites to verify this stuff. Yeah, the more you try to prove it or disprove it, the more you prove it, and that's the irony. So take it easy, y'all.